Salvete omnes, this is Emilia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. In the last episode, we made another new friend in the form of Tita's professor grandfather, and we confused both ourselves and the rest of the city with the Black Orbment. So, now, we have another task to do, written down right in our handy-dandy notebook. Go to Elmo Village and repair the pump. So, we know what we have to do. Yes, it's the part of the show where we completely ignore the main plot and just go after the side quests. First of all, we need to stop at the Bracer Guild because there are some more side quests to note down. We have product testing, haulage vehicle search, potent ingredient, smoker's revolt, and Ritter Road monster. Also a couple hidden ones that aren't listed because, well, they're hidden. So, yeah, we have a lot of things to do, and a lot of places to go. I actually made a list of everything we need to do and where it is, just for efficiency's sake. And first things first, we need to go to the factory, specifically the second floor. Because we need to talk to this librarian. Excuse me? We saw your request on the bulletin board. Oh, you're here. Well, I do know that the Bracer Guild is short-handed of late, so what can one do? Sorry, we got wrapped up in other business. Well, shall we get started then? Let's do it. That's fine. This is about hiring the temp librarian, right? Yes, that's right. It's turned out to be much more of an ordeal than expected. What kind of ordeal? I'll explain that in a moment. Beforehand, though, I've a matter that I would like you to help settle. Consider it a favor, if you will. What kind of matter are you referring to? The archive loaned out some books nice proofreading, to various central factory departments. Sometimes they keep them past the due date and don't pay the fees. First, I'd like you to get our books back. What? That's simple. Where do we need to go? Let's see. They should be in the 3rd floor design room and the 4th floor lab and clinic. 3rd floor design room, 4th floor lab and clinic. Got it. Is that everything? Yes. Please come back once you have them. Okay, we will. We'll start immediately. Mind if I'll talk to this guy just for the heck of it? So you haven't tried turning it off and on again? So next up, let's go ahead and go to the 3rd floor. Pick up this book. And now we can move on to floor 4, because there's a lot of stuff to do here. Starting with this book. I swear, this time you're not getting away. Good afternoon, Dr. Miriam. Oh, good afternoon. Oh my, so many of you. Yeah, we saw your posting on the bulletin board. I'm Estelle, Junior Bracer. And I'm Joshua, also a Junior Bracer. We heard that there might be a case for us here. Yes, I'd certainly say so. If you can, it'd be ideal if you started your investigation at once. Do you think it would be possible? Okay then. I know this is urgent, but can you provide us with any more details? Well, it's not a complicated tale to tell. Someone took the cigarettes that were in this cabinet. This is a medical office. Why would you even have cigarettes here? Estelle said what I was thinking. Under my supervision, this factory has observed a no-smoking policy for the last several years. Any confiscated tobacco is kept in here, which would mean that anyone who's had anything confiscated is immediately a suspect, since what was taken probably belongs to that individual to begin with. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm inclined to agree. It took so much work to get the smoking ban established. If I just let this go, it will completely undermine the entire policy. First of all, we should talk to the people who were smokers to begin with. Would you happen to know who that would be? My first suggestion would be Supervisor Travis from Operations. He's always been a heavy smoker. Plus, he's never really accepted the ban, so I'd say he's got motive. Okay, sounds like a good place to start. So I'll make a note of it. There's also Hugo in the design room. I think he's currently arranging a meeting in the first floor lobby. The people who've worked here the longest tend to be the smokers. Ah, okay. So there's Travis from the operations room and Hugo on the first floor. Is there anything else you can tell us? If not, we can go ahead and get started. Well, I don't know if it will be of any use to you. But there was an eyewitness. Apparently I can't talk today. Yeah, that might be a lead. And who was this eyewitness? He's right behind you. Antoine? A cat? I did say that I wasn't sure it would actually help. That you did. But Antoine's a really smart cat. He might remember who took the cigarettes. Indeed, if you bring him along in your search, he might provide you with a useful clue. He may not have as good a sense of smell as a dog, but it's still quite impressive. That's the hope, anyway. If you bring along some fresh milk, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to follow you. In light of the lack of other clues, I'd like to try. Sure, it can't hurt. If we find anything of note, we'll be back to let you know. I'll be waiting. Whoever did this absolutely must be caught. Do we actually have fresh milk in our inventory? Let's see. Yeah, no, we don't. So, whoops, I guess I should have gotten that beforehand, back when we were in the main part of Zeiss. So, I guess we need to make a quick grocery run. Let's see. There we go. I don't think Antoine would want a weapon. So I'll go ahead and buy some milk. And we're also going to buy this woolly knit hat, because that will be important later. Whoops. So let's head back to the clinic. Here, kitty kitty. There you go, Antoine. Some nummy milk. And the cat is now a party member. So let's see. There's a book in here. And we need to talk to this guy. What is it? If you're looking for Ray, he's out to lunch. No. We checked out the bulletin board and... Oh, I see. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here. My name's Terry. I'm a researcher here at the Central Factory. I'm Estelle, bracer in training. Ron Wilson, bus driver. I'm Joshua. It's nice to meet you. Likewise. Getting straight to business, I have a task for you. Do your schedules allow for it? Sure, I don't see a problem with it. The request said you needed help with testing a new style of sneaker? Could you give us a little more detail? Oh, certainly. But first, here. We get the Alpha Strega. Is this your new kind of sneaker? Yes, the Strega Corporation is conducting research on new projects to bring to market. This particular test requires you to wear these prototypes around to various places. Upon the successful completion of this test, all that will remain is to put them into production. I see. Hey, just a second there, buddy. Did you just say the Strega Corporation? Yes? So then this new line of sneakers? Yes, it's the Strega Corporation's newest product. Didn't I just say all this? Sparklies! Oh, great Adios. Thank you for bestowing upon me, or us, this magnificent job. Are you alright? Why the sudden prayer? don't mind her. Estelle's something of a sneaker collector. More to the point, she pretty much adores the Strega brand ones. Oh, I get it now. Oh, so you might say she has sneaker mania then. I was just a little taken aback by her reaction. Estelle, would you snap out of it? I get that you're excited, but we do have work to do. Yes, you are correct. Well, you certainly have spirit. A scary amount, in fact. So, will you do the test? Please don't pray at me again. Yes, absolutely! See what I mean? It's alright, please proceed. So, we'll take on the job. But you want us to wear these shoes everywhere we go? Yes, that's correct. From the Elmo Spa to the Wolf Fort, all the way to the Sanctimed Gate. And when you feel that you've tested them out properly, bring them back to me. The layer between the sole and insole is my responsibility, so I have to see how it holds up. So you need us to report back when we have the chance. That, at least. Now, see if you can wear them out. Heh, just leave it to me. If you'll excuse us. So, while we're here, we also need to go into this greenhouse and find a tomato. And next up is... First we need to get to the stairwell and go to floor 5. Let's ask this guy about the cigarettes. Hello again. Did you find what you were looking for? Oh, yeah, we did. We're just looking for something different now. Different? Yes, some cigarettes were taken from the clinic. Someone actually did that? I imagine you're being kept pretty busy. Have you been in the clinic at any time today? No, I haven't. I've been here all day. You're welcome to search the room if you want. Well, he doesn't seem suspicious. Yeah, I think he's a dead end. Well, am I still under suspicion? Oh, right. What do you think, Antoine? Meow? The cat is not impressed. No reaction. So much for that, then. Sorry to have taken up your time. We'd appreciate your future cooperation with our investigation. Sure, no problem. So, next we need to go down to floor 1 to talk to Hugo. What is it? Sorry, but I'm in the middle of something important. Come back later if you need me. I don't get the feeling that he particularly wants to be questioned. Oh yeah, any reaction out of Antoine? Well? Nothing. Once again, Kitty does not care. I guess neither of them is the culprit. No clues to be found. As it stands, we should keep on looking. There may be a hint somewhere in there, like Dr. Miriam said. I guess you're right. So we'll go back up to... Actually, we can do the librarian thing, too. But first, let's actually read those books that we found. So, Kitty Talked for Dummies. So we meet again, fleshy thing. What did you just say, oh hairless one? You're welcome, squishy pink thing. Well, now we know how to talk to cats. I trust I don't need to read all of these out loud. Now, tomorrow's cooking is important because this actually gives us a new recipe. Delectable dish of monster bits, yeah. This dish is great for lunchboxes and scaring small children. Nice! And we learned the recipe for Bouillabaisse Plus, or however you pronounce that. Heals HP and CP, which is always nice. So, Miss Librarian. Oh, are you done? Haha, we brought them for you. We brought them for you. Septium Optic Annals, Tomorrow's Cooking, and Kitty Talk for Dummies. Good. Now, we have all of the books again. I thank you for your assistance. It was no big deal. We didn't have any issues. Yeah, we saved that for the magazine section. That's good to hear. In that case, perhaps I should go ahead and ask you for help with my favorite type of work. Oh, that's right. You mentioned having some significant problems somewhere along the line. So what kind of work is it? Just like before, we need some overdue materials returned. The book in question is called The Irby Woodpecker. We'll make a note of that. Right, Irby Woodpecker. So it's a book on birds, right? Yeah, I think so. The Irby Woodpecker is a pretty famous bird. Ah, I see. So, do you have any clues for us? Yes, as a matter of fact. Take a look at this. Approach the man of stone standing in silence within the mountain village pond, and ye shall receive. Okay, I wrote that down. But what the heck is it? It was written on a card that was taken from the book. Oh, is this another Phantom Thief B thing? I imagine that it's some kind of hint as to its whereabouts. A hint of bad poetry, maybe. So it was only borrowed because someone with way too much time on their hands wanted to hide it somewhere? Evidently so. It's the sort of trick that researchers used to play on each other long ago. I have no idea what would possess someone to hide a book, of all things. But we certainly have our fair share of unusual characters. It's not surprising that any of them might follow such a bizarre custom. Why is everyone looking at me? Anyway, I leave this matter in your capable hands. Please bring the book back. Hey, hold on a second. Is this the only lead we have? I'm afraid so. But the guild sent you, so I have every confidence in your ability. Well, that's just awesome. Understood. It will be difficult work, but we'll do all that we can. You may have to search every nook and cranny in Zeiss, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'll be waiting here. When you do find it, please bring it back to me. Let's get this show on the road, then. I look forward to seeing you again. So now we need to go to floor 4, I think? No, must be 5. Yeah, so I didn't write everything down in a way that I can remember it precisely, but you know what my memory and sense of direction are like. Shoot. Where's the office? If it turned out to be on the floor we were already on, yeah, it's right down the hall. Huh? I forget what that means in cat talk, so I'll leave that as an exercise for the viewer. Does anything seem strange about this door to you? Yeah, it has a cat in front of it. None of the other ones have that. This room is... yeah, unlikely, but let's head on in and make sure. Alright. Hello, Mr. Murdoch. What's wrong? The cat is staring at you. Ah, Antoine. Why are you so fussy? Meow, I say. Meow, good sir. What's this? Looks like we found the culprit. Yeah. What are you talking about? Mr. Murdoch, you went to the clinic today, didn't you? Huh? No, I didn't. We're currently looking for the cigarettes that were taken from there. Would you mind if we search this room for a bit? Sure, go ahead. Okay, we'll start immediately. Nothing over here. In there? Let's try to find the key. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Sure thing. Found it. Don't mind us just sneaking into your back room without permission. And voila! Haha, found them. Which would likely mean... No, Mr. Murdoch couldn't have... Well, it's a shock, that's for sure. I wouldn't have suspected. No, you've got it all wrong! This is all just one big misunderstanding. I was just going to take one quick puff, then put the rest of them right back in the clinic. Chief Murdoch, I think you ought to come and explain this to Dr. Miriam. I have to say, I'm simply amazed. I never would have suspected you, of all people. I'm sorry. I just needed a smoke. I can't really explain it any other way than saying that the craving got the better of me. Dr. Miriam, I really am sorry. Mr. Murdoch? You know perfectly well that the rule has been in place for quite some time. You're right. Coming up on 10 years now. Huh? Oh yeah. So where did this sudden uncontrollable urge come from then? Honestly, I'm not so sure myself. After we had that orbital power outage, I've heard no end of complaints from the townsfolk. I guess that it just got to be too much and I needed a smoke to help cool me down. Mr. Murdoch. I'm sorry, this is all because of what Grandpa and I did. No, Tita, you haven't done anything wrong, so don't apologize. This doesn't really even have anything to do with the professor. Maybe you should take a little break or something? It seems to me that this was all because of too much stress. I do understand your situation, Mr. Murdoch. I think that I'm willing to forgive and forget in this case. What? Really? Instead, I'm going to insist that you take a decent break. You're just going to ruin your health if you go on like this. You're right. Once things settle down a little bit, I'll plan on using some of my vacation time. I'm still sorry for this whole mess, though. It's water under the bridge. You need to focus on your health. I will. I guess I'll be going now. Whew, that's kinda sad. It's not like he was trying to cause any trouble or anything. Be that as it may, the factory is still his responsibility. Well, that much is true. Now I really must thank you all. You've handled this case brilliantly. You're welcome. I think half the credit has to go to Antoine, though. Yeah, no kidding. I'm glad my suggestion bore fruit. I trust you'll be nice to him if you should meet again. He is a very good kitty. Of course. Well, thank you again for your help. I'll be certain to call upon you again should another incident arise. Glad to help. I think we'll be on our way then. See you later. And another quest down. Kitty! So that's all we need to do in the factory right now. Next up, it's time to head out of the city. We need to go to Elma Village, so we'll be advancing the plot a little bit just because we can't avoid it. But you know, gotta go there for the sneaker testing thing and one other thing.